The following recording is for entertainment purposes only. Any names or places used in the following recording are purely for entertainment purposes only. This is an improv story told by your nifty narrator. We made it to the other side of Portland. We lost the kid, though. It's hard to put together what happened. God, it happened so fast. These things are nesting. And we were walking by this alley, and in an instant he was there, and then he was gone. We just heard the screaming and then crunching. Chase is real turned up about it. He's, I don't know what he's going to do next. He was really attached to the kid. Just when I think we're starting to get something good going, something terrible happens. That's what I get for getting my hopes up. But we made it to the other side. All the other off-roads and side streets they were just filled with cars. You couldn't even squeeze past them. They were bumper to bumper, side to side. Everyone trying to escape at the same time. You know, you get so used to following how your life was that certain things just don't click. I think the thing that surprised me the most was the inbound lanes into the city. They were wide open. No cars, no nothing. Outgoing was just packed bumper to bumper. You couldn't walk through them. But the others, clear for miles, which is how we got in. It was easy going at first. We were driving about 10 miles an hour. Chase was behind the wheel. I was in the back seat with the kid. And, you think we would have thought that what would happen if we got a flat? Such an easy thing to oversee. But it happened. Ran over some piece of detritus on the road. And the pop was almost like a gunshot. The car was useless at that point. There was no way we'd have time to change the tire out. So we grabbed our kits, grabbed our weapons, had the kid in between us. I was walking point. I had Chase in the back and the kid between us. We were making it up the roads. We were looking for a car dealership, hoping to find another ride out of town. And as we walked past this alleyway, that's when they grabbed him. Chase and I turned, and we lit him up. You could hear the gunshots ringing for miles, which almost killed the two of us. Drew every one of those bastards to us. But we weren't going to let the kid turn. So that's what we did. And we got the heck out of there. Ran as fast as we could. As we were making our way through alleyways, I saw a little gun shop up ahead and pointed it out to Chase. Figured we'd take refuge there for the night, lock ourselves in. Walk in the front door, and there's dust everywhere. Most of the city has been covered in a thin layer of grime and ash. And so, we get in, we barricade ourselves up. There was a little crawl space above the shop. Apparently, whoever owned the place was he must not have been a very nice guy. because, man, did we hit the mother load. There was more illegal weaponry up there than we could have carried out if we had had 3 cars. And I'm not talking about the kiddie stuff like rifles and pistols. I'm talking grenades, explosive cases full of what I can only assume were RPGs. This guy must have been into some dirty stuff. Fully automatic weaponry, cases and cases and cases of munitions. And all of that is probably the only reason we got out of Portland alive. So, Chase and I, we went through and grabbed whatever we wanted. Even with the kid only had been dead an hour, we had forced ourselves to go past that and move past it. And we were laughing and joking, pointing out the things that we should take. I think it was mostly to cover up the pain of us failing. I know Chase is he's really holding himself accountable for it. I'm not, though. I knew that it would only be a matter of time. There's no room for kids in this world. Maybe someday. God, I hope someday. Maybe it's better. More north you get, colder it gets. I mean, when you boil it down, these people are still people, right? They can still freeze. At least that's what we think. So in the morning, when the sun came up, freshly kitted up, more weapons than we really needed strapped to us, we started making our way the rest of the way through the city. We had quite a bit of food and water with us still, and we started hoping to find a city map so that we might be able to go and, find somewhere where we can get vehicles. We checked every car that would have been able to move. Most of them were missing keys, or were out of fuel, or were just on flat tires. So, eventually we did find a ride, though. Sitting, if you would believe it, sitting right there in the middle of the road. All the doors open. A brand new Denali. I'm not much of a suburban guy, but this thing was slick. No idea where the owner went, but he was nice enough to shut the keys off. Car fired right up, full tank of gas. So, with our new ride, we started on our way out. It wasn't for about 30 minutes until the first infected started smacking on the windows as we drove by. Chase and I didn't think nothing of it at first, but then more and more started flooding the streets, and that's when we could hear them moaning. It was a ungodly sound, something that really just chills you to your bones. By the time we made it to the other side of the city, I think we had maybe a pack of 1,000 behind us, possibly more. At first, I toyed with the idea of, rolling the window down, going all gangster on them and shooting out the car. But video games and movies are one thing. In real life, trying to hit a target the size of a watermelon, while moving at 30 miles an hour, leaning out a window, it not as easy as it sounds. After I burned through a magazine and didn't hit a single one of them, I decided that, maybe that we would just let them be. We're in the Dalles now, or about 15 minutes from it, up on this cliff face overlooking the city. It's eerily quiet. You don't see any lights. I don't even see infected moving into the city. makes me nervous, makes me want to find another way around, but Chase says we don't have the fuel for it. If we don't fuel up inside the Dows, then we're gonna be going on foot. So I guess that's everything that's happened so far. You know, these are slowly starting to get easier and easier. The more of them I do, I think this is my my 7th recording, and I don't even feel uncomfortable doing it. It's just another part of the day, another part of surviving, and that's what I have to be, right? I have to be the survivor. All right. That's all I got. I'm hoping I'll see my family tomorrow. I'm hoping I'll finally be safe. And I hope that whoever's listening to this, that you are remembering to stay safe, be strong, and survive.